Hello and welcome to Tasting with Mike and Matt. I'm Mike Veach and this is my partner in crime, Matt Kohorst.
Howdy.
And today we are going to taste a couple of Hard Truth bourbons. We've tasted the rye before, but they've just recently came out with bourbons. A Wheated Bourbon and a Four Grain Bourbon. And we went up to visit the distillery and get these bottles the other day, and had a really enjoyable time. Of course, it's always a good time to go up to the Hard Truth Distillery. Don't think you've ever been, have you?
I haven't been.
They got a real nice distillery, and they've got a restaurant with a music venue outside. It's interesting. The restaurant kind of sits up on top of the hill, and as it slopes down, there's a big stage at the bottom of the hill with chairs and tables and things all around. And
maybe one day I can get a band out there and we can play out there. That'd be great. Need to get that band together first.
But beautiful little distillery. They've been around since 2018, I think.
Yeah, sounds about right.
They started off as a brewery, and then they decided to start distilling, and in 2018 they opened their distillery with a Vendome still, and have been making their whiskey ever since. And these are both, I believe, Bottled-in-Bond.
They put out like a lot of different varieties of things, right?
Yeah.
And it's all good. It's all really good stuff.
Yeah, I've yet to have anything that was in the bottle that was bad for me.
Yeah.
Which goes to show they got good quality control, if nothing else. Because I guarantee you, they've made a bad barrel or two. Everybody does.
Right.
It's not a science, it's an art.
Yeah.
And sometimes nature just plays a dirty trick on you and gives you a barrel that has something bad in it, and it just, so you're gonna find them. But they've yet to put it in a bottle, if they have.
Right. Yeah. Everything I've had is always really good from Hard Truth.
So the first one we're going to taste is their Wheated Bourbon, which my friend John Schlusser says this is the best thing he's had in a long time. He loves a good wheated bourbon. And this is 69% corn, 19% wheat, 12% malted barley. And the Wheated Bourbon runs about $55 a bottle.
Fair price.
Yeah.
For an artisan distiller.
Yeah, and Bottled-in-Bond, 100 proof.
Yeah. Can we also say how awesome the bottles are? Like they just spared no expense. It might be hard to see. There's raised lettering on the back of the glass.
Right. And they are a sweet mash distillery too. Everything they do is sweet mash.
Oh, is it?
Sour mash.
No. Yeah, the cork looks great. It's like it's a cool cork. I mean, the bottle shape itself. I don't know if I've ever seen a bottle shaped like that.
Well, it's a traditional. A lot of pre-prohibition bottles were shaped like it's a flasks.
Oh, were they?
Shaped.
Okay.
Yeah, it was easier to carry in your pockets that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. The flatter shape.
Yeah, but they're really cool design.
Yeah.
I love a good bottle design.
Got an interesting nose. A lot of vanilla. Maybe a little marshmallow.
Yeah. Cornbread?
A little cornbread, maybe.
Cornbread?
Corn muffin.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of a fruit in there too. I'm trying to decide.
Plum?
Apricot.
Yeah.
A little hint of pepper and then some oak. Let's take a sip.
All right.
Definitely got that vanilla and marshmallow.
It's very nice.
I think you're right. Maybe it is plum.
Could be it could be a plum. All spiciness to it.
Yeah, a little allspice.
Yeah. I can't put a finger on exactly which spice it is, but so maybe it's
Well, allspice is just traditionally, you know, it has that kind of cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom type flavor to it.
Yeah.
That's why they call it allspice.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got that nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that I really like that allspice flavor in this one. It's really nice.
And it's got a great finish, just an oak and sweet caramel, vanilla, marshmallow. You know.
Mm-hmm. Very pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Well, let's try it for cranberry. See what it does.
That gives me like vanilla, and then it kind of brings out more of a cardamom for me than an allspice.
Yeah.
Makes it, yeah.
Yeah, it changes the spice to more of a cardamom.
Yeah. It's got
It changes the fruit, I think, to more of a apple.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I don't get any plum in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you think? You like with the cran?
Yeah.
Yeah, it completely changed it for me. That was interesting. Like
Yeah,
it just
another wheated
180.
bourbon. We're getting a lot of these wheated bourbons coming out. We're gonna have to do some more Stitzel-Weller challenge. I've got to open up another bottle of Stitzel-Weller stuff and see.
Say no to that. That was a great series.
I enjoyed it.
Once again, completely changes it for
Right.
me. I mean, it's caramel,
Caramel and chocolate for me.
caramel and chocolate. Maybe. Well, I'm still getting that apple.
Yeah.
I'm liking that a lot with this one. Kind of.
Not much spice though.
I was gonna say it kind of killed the spice. Not even a huge oak finish for me on that one. The finish is not super prevalent, but the caramel and the apple is really nice. Like a
Well, I'm getting oak and caramel on the finish.
yeah.
Mostly caramel.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a delicious caramel apple.
Yeah.
With the pecan, which I do love.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've had a caramel apple.
Let's try it for a bite of chocolate. Lots of caramel.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a tobacco note to me.
You can see that, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And then just a hint of cinnamon spice on the finish. Oak and cinnamon spice is what I'm getting on the finish. Mm-hmm. Very different from, any of the other ways we've tasted it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still trying to place what I'm getting. Like, it almost, and this is weird, but almost give me like a red winey kind of flavor profile a little bit. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. Maybe it's the sweetness of the dark chocolate, but yeah, almost like a Cab Sav almost flavor for it. It's really good. I like it. Yeah. I thought what was really interesting is like it completely changed with each pairing. So it just like
it's a very complex bourbon.
Yeah.
And it shows it each thing you taste with it. I'm just wondering what it would taste like if we had like a ripe cherry and tasted it with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a piece of dried pineapple.
Yeah. This one's cool because it really is influenced by whatever you have.
Or even better, try it with some Gouda cheese.
Oh man, yeah. Maybe we should do that one day.
Yeah.
Break out some cheeses. That'd be a fun video.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I did a pairing bourbon and cheese video, or tasting bog, wherever, once.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another Bottled and Bond. It is their 4 Grain Bourbon. And Rosemary was kind enough to write me a little cheat sheet down here. It is 78% corn, 9% rye, 9% wheat, 4% malted barley. And it is a sweet mash, Bottled and Bond, 100 proof. Distilled spring of 2019, bottled spring of 2024. So it's basically a 5-year-old bourbon.
Yeah. All right.
So, like I said, this is a 4 grain.
So do they produce a lot at their distillery?
I don't know if you want to consider it a lot, but they make more than, you know, some of the smaller distilleries. Like Leaper Fork makes 500 barrels a year. I'm willing to bet they're making probably maybe somewhere between 3,000 and 6,000 barrels a year.
Okay. I wonder what are like the big guys? What do you?
Oh, Jim Beam makes 1,000 barrels in about a minute.
Wow. Good guy.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, they've got huge, you know, Buffalo Trace, huge column still, really cranks it out.
Yeah.
I may be exaggerating a little in a minute, but I'm willing to bet that 1,000 barrels probably doesn't take them more than an hour to.
Jeez.
To
think about that.
To
wow.
make. Oh man,
that's different.
This is different. It got a very nice nose. I'm getting butterscotch and.
Butterscotch, 100%. Yeah.
Maybe just a hint of maple syrup. There's some fruit.
So like a raisiny kind of fruit?
Yeah, raisins. Maybe a little bit of prune.
Yeah.
There's some baking spices, but it's not a lot. And there's some oak. Let's take a sip.
I'm going with what you said, prunes.
Yeah.
It's prune juicy, you know? It's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting rich vanilla. Prunes. A little bit of like a ginger spice.
Yeah.
Oak.
It's kind of like, the oak and ginger just kind of sits back there. Yeah.
And the finish is like oak and ginger with a little bit of that lingering prune sweetness.
Yeah, it's got a nice sweetness finish. Yeah, like a little sweet, little oak. Yeah, this one's very different, very good.
I hate to disagree with my friend John Slusher. The Wheated Bourbon is very, very good, but I think I like this one a little better.
This one's kind of interesting. It's very different. Yeah. All right.
Of course, I like a fruity bourbon.
Yeah. I'm starting to come around to that too.
Let's try it with a cranberry.
That kind of heightened that prune.
I don't know if it heightened the prune or to me it's like prune with a little bit of like
it made it sweeter.
Dark cherry to it. You know, prune or date. That's what it is. It's prunes and dates.
Dates. Good call there. Yeah, like vanilla, dates, and that ginger's still there, and that sits back there with the finish with the oak. Wow,
the ginger's still there, but I'm also getting just a little hint of cardamom. That little bit of a citrusy cardamom spice.
I gotta say, like, cran's usually not my number one pairing, but I really, really liked that.
Yeah.
With it. That one lent itself well to the cranberry.
Let's try it with the pecan.
Yeah, I'm getting a little, okay. I'm getting a little anise flavor with that.
I can see that.
A little, yeah, like the plum still sticks around, which I like because a lot of times the pecan will drown out some of that fruit. But I'm getting like caramel, anise, and that prune still sticks around. Maybe it's the date, maybe more the date. I'm not sure.
I was gonna say, I'm getting the rich vanilla I was getting before becomes more of a caramel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely getting more of a date than a prune.
Yeah.
The anise, licorice flavor, I can kind of get that little black licorice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And still getting a little of that ginger though.
Mm-hmm.
And then the oak.
Yeah. Very, very good, but with the pecan too.
Yeah.
I'm really liking how different these are when you pair them.
Let's try it with a little dark chocolate.
For me, that a little disappointing. It kind of drowned out everything. Kind of muted. I don't know how you're doing, what you're getting there, but it kind of mellowed everything out to where like I couldn't really catch a lot of stuff on that. It was just.
I think it definitely toned things down.
Yeah.
But it became, to me, just a caramel and oak bomb.
Yeah.
Kind of one-dimensional,
It took
or two-dimensional,
complexity away.
if you want to say.
You're right. Yeah, it took the complexity away from it.
Yeah. Generally I like bourbon with chocolate, but this is one that I think I'd leave the chocolate off and just drink the bourbon.
Yeah.
Or I'm like you. I'd try it with the cranberry.
I think that was great.
That was great.
It was really good.
But anyway, Brian Smith, Hard Truth Distillery, you're making great products. Both of them are excellent whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
And if you like this video, please hit subscribe and always drink responsibly.